Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Dr.Bhawani Sankaradhikari. Today he has come with a new title of the language item, and the title of the language is Effective Sentences. How to write effective sentences in English. What are the techniques of writing effective language in English? This is very much important for composing or writing any sort of English language effectively. So with that said, how to write effective sentences or how to write effective sentences in English, that is the idea. Effective sentences refer to the use of four different types of sentence structures in a proper manner. Language has got both strong and weak words. While making effective sentences, we must select strong. In making effective sentences is better. While making, we must select strong and correct words and arrange them in sentences. We need to choose the best form of sentence out of the four varieties used in English. Simple sentence, that is first variety. Compound sentence, another variety. Complex sentence and compound complex sentence. And what are these, these four types of sentences? Let us know the structure. Let us know the types. What is simple sentence? What is compound sentence? How complex sentences are formed, and compound complex. Let's see. Simple sentence is formed with subject, verb, and object. That is called SVO. Alright? For example, the company manager wrote a memo. The company manager is a subject, wrote is a verb, a memo is object. This is called simple sentence. There would be only one verb in simple sentence. Alright? And compound sentence is connected by comma and but, for, nor, or, at, and so on. There are so many conjunctions. We use conjunctions while making compound sentence. For example, Ram chaired the meeting and did a good job in the discussion. Chair, Ram is a subject. Chair the meeting. Chair is verb. The meeting, that is a key object. And now this is a conjunction and it is joined with and. So it is called compound sentence and did a good job in discussion. Complex sentences formed with the words who, where, how, whom, when, and so on. For example, I met a man who was from the USA. I met a man who was from the USA. And then see, this is the word who is used there to join the sentence. So it is called complex sentence, right? And another one, compound complex sentence, is formed with both who, when, where, and, but, at, and so on. These both are mixed while making compound complex sentences. For example, I met a man who was from UK and he shared his experience of life in UK. See, there is joined with who, this is complex, and then again and is used there, and it is another connection of the sentence, and then see who share, now another idea. So this is called compound complex sentence. In making effective sentence, we must be careful about the proper use of mechanics. Mechanics means punctuation marks, commas, full stop, and other words, right? We need to avoid fragments and parallelisms. We should not use small fragments, right? Making fragments, using fragments means a kind of problem, and no parallelism should be there. We have to use varieties of sentences to avoid monotony. And we must use all four types of sentences to avoid monotony, means boring, and to make it effectiveness in the process of writing effective sentences. Not only to avoid monotony, but even to make it effectiveness in the process of writing. We must use all these four varieties of languages. If we use only one type of sentence in our writing, It can be boring. Oh, there is a typing mistake. You bring in a boring. B-O-R-I-N-G. O is missed. This is boring. Please correct it. Boring banao. B-R-I-N-G. Boring and tiring and even confusing. Alright? So such writing can become choppy, raw, and we must make our language effective one by making and emphasizing important ideas. We need to give more space and time for important ideas and use extra words to describe the ideas. One example, multinational companies expanding business in Nepal. This is one example. This is simple sentence. And instead of saying this multinational companies expanding business in Nepal, if we want to emphasize multinational company and we need to write more about it. I have made only one example. So instead of this, we can write this one like this. To emphasize a multinational company, we can write यस्तो चाहिँ लेख्न सक्छौं त्यसको सट्टा. Multinational company is expanding business in Nepal. It has a globalist presence and considerable experience in consumer behaviors. The multinational company detailed explanation is given there. So this is how we can write. In another way also we can write the sentence with extra information in the sentence within the sentence structures. Now, using an idea as a subject can also increase the effectiveness of a sentence. If we use that idea in the form of the subjects, and that also makes the sentence effective. That also makes sentence better sentence, useful sentence. In short, making effective sentences, we must select exact words, precise words, familiar words, and to combine the four varieties of sentences used in English and to kill the monotony of language. And we need to kill the monotony of language. It depends the way we choose the words and use them in the varieties of sentences, and even to emphasize the important ideas by placing them as subject of the sentences. We must place where we have to use the subject, and if we place them important ideas in the subject position, that becomes emphasizing the main ideas. जुन आइडियालाई emphasize गर्नु छ, जोड दिनु छ, त्यसलाई सब्जेक्टको रूपमा युज गर्ने. That is the idea. Do not use an object, right? Or somewhere in the middle. It even depends on the skills and experiences as well as continuous practice of writing and speaking in language. If we continue, लगातार continue practice गरिरह्यौं, अनुभव छ लेख्ने, and then writing and speaking it, if it goes on continuously having practice, and then it becomes easy to write effective sentences. And without effective sentences, we cannot make our language interesting, standard, attractive, and then just better one. So if we do not make just combination of different sentences, if we do not join different sentences, all four sentences, while in our writing, and that does not become effective. We must manage and arrange all types of sentences. Simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, compound complex sentence must be simultaneously used. सँगसँगै सबैलाई युज गर्दै जानुपर्छ. And words should be selected properly, right? Exact word, the concrete word, instead of just abstract word, we can use concrete word so that we can avoid the confusion by the selection of concrete words. In absence of using concrete word, in absence of selecting the exact, precise, and familiar words, our language cannot become effective, cannot become communicative, cannot become easy to share the ideas. This is how the effective sentences can be made in writing English. Otherwise, our language cannot become useful, better, and standard one. Thank you.